Hi, my name's Doug Paget, and my wife Shelley and I were talking this week a lot about our feelings about, frankly, Donald Trump and the Trump administration and the people who participated in the insurgency and the hostile attack on our Capitol building. And both Shelley and I think of ourselves as people of love. We're committed to love in our relationship. We're committed to love in our public life. We're committed to love as the ethic that drives us forward. So we're feeling these feelings, and frankly, it feels a lot like hate. We're just so caught up in this sense of opposition to what Donald Trump has done, what the people who have attacked our country, and not just on January 6th, but this growing feeling over the last 4 years. And so we don't want to be people of hate, but we're feeling this deep sense that we are in opposition to what the Trump administration and people who wanted to harm our country and people in our country who've been harmed by so many of our policies that go well beyond what Donald Trump has brought to this country. The systemic racism and the anti-blackness and the unfair economic systems. And so we feel this so deeply, and sometimes those feelings are overwhelming and we feel like, well, are we now becoming people of hate? And so I've been thinking a lot about this, and I don't think I'm just rationalizing. I think it matters the words that we use, because hate is a very powerful notion and concept. And hate matters, and we want to be rid of hate, because hate just brings about destruction. Because that's really what the word hate references, is the idea that something that is meant to be together is broken apart. In the same way that love is that which brings something relationally together. That when we love ourselves, we live whole. When we love another person, we live connected, our passions, our desires, our successes to theirs. This is what it means to love and what it means to hate, that love brings together. It's a relational call, and that hate tears apart. It's also a relational act of rending, of splitting apart. So I don't think that's what we're engaging in this deep feeling of the Trump administration and the people who attacked our country. Rather, I think what's happening is that we're taking this feeling of being in opposition to, of feeling resistance for, and we're fueling that with so much deep passion, with so much deep care, that what we're struggling for is the right set of words to understand what we're doing. And our words also create our world. So if we tell ourselves we're hating, we might become people who then start to tear apart that which is meant to be together. So we need to use our words very appropriately and correctly and rightly, because they create the worlds that we live in. So I think a better way to think about my feelings, and maybe this is also the way Shelley's thinking about it, maybe you'd find it helpful for you as well, is we're wanting to say that we live in a world where things are not the way they ought to be. And we want to resist the continuing of that pattern, and we want to give ourselves fully to that. But that doesn't mean hate. And I guess what I mean is this, that sometimes we are casual with our language in a way that's not helpful. Like we use the word love and hate to mean an intense feeling. You know, we would talk about something that we really love to do. I'm an avid runner, so I'll say, I love to run. Well, I'm just basically using the word love to say I really, really, really like something. I'm trying to get it to the level 10 of liking something. But that's not what we mean by this notion of love that brings something together. It's just measuring intensity. Or to say that I hate something, it might mean that my disdain for it is so deep. But there's something more to this notion of love and hate than just I really like it or I really despise it. So as we're living in this world where our opposition and our frustration grows to this really great level, let's not call that hate, and let's not allow it to become hate. Let's allow it to become a deeply impassioned feeling of resistance and opposition. And let's be careful that we don't simply call love just an intense amount of liking of something. Let's be sure that when we say we love someone, that we say we will bring together that which has been broken apart, that we will connect again, that which was meant to be connected. And we won't simply say that we'll save our love for those that we like a lot, or we will treat hatefully those who we feel a deep level of resistance to. So I don't know if that's been helpful for you. Shelley and I have been talking a lot about it, and she suggested that I put together a video, and I really wanted to do it, so we thought we'd give it a try. So that's some thoughts on love and hate and resistance and where we find ourselves in this world. Thanks.